He has won the respect of the Valley because of his remarkable achievements, his ability to, for the last decade, transform the Valley, to do so much in that community. I've seen it with my own eyes. I've worked with him. I've seen his attempts on higher education and be successful with it. I've seen my alma mater change just before my eyes with his involvement there. He has placed us in a much better place as his role as president. And I would often say, jokingly, but it's the truth, both past and present, he's done more in his role as president of YSU than any elected official, present or past. And I think he'll continue to do the same thing as lieutenant governor. He brings about a passion for workforce development and higher education. And one thing, if you know Jim Tressel, you know this. He brings out the very best in every person that he meets. And I believe he will bring out the very best in Ohio as our next lieutenant governor. And I urge your support. And I'm going to leave you with this very important question to ask yourselves before you make this vote. How can you not support a man who has made wearing the sweater vest great again? So I urge your support in helping us get across the finish line, the pride of Youngstown, and that is Jim Tressel. So thank you.
Senator Cutrona, I am wearing the Jim Tressel sweater vest because I own one. I'm probably the only person here that has a Jim Tressel picture signed to me and a football because obviously he won a national championship for my team. But as a person who represents Ohio State University, I just want to say that I rise in support of this resolution in having Jim Tressel be our next lieutenant governor. Thank you, Mr. President.
Shall the resolution be adopted? The chair recognizes Senator McColley.
Thank you, Mr. President. I rise today to urge our concurrence, as is required by the Constitution, with the recent nomination of Governor Mike DeWine of Jim Tressel to serve as the next lieutenant governor of the state of Ohio. Certainly, the man needs no introduction, but I think it's worth going through some of the great things he's accomplished on behalf of the state of Ohio and particularly on behalf of the young people of the state of Ohio. He's widely known, obviously, for his accolades on the gridiron, being one of the most successful football coaches, college football coaches of the last 20 years or so. Even beyond that, bringing Ohio State its first national championship in 2002 in 34 years. He's also widely known, even more importantly, for the mentorship that he provided to countless young men and young women who were part of the Ohio State football program during that time period. The mentorship he provided them that still thrives and lives to this day and has made them better people. In fact, a little bit of trivia about me. A friend of mine from Napoleon, Ohio, actually had the opportunity to play for Coach Tressel at Ohio State as a walk-on offensive lineman. I reached out to him shortly after the news of Coach Tressel's nomination was made public. His name is Dan Dye. He played right guard for Jim Tressel's teams during his times at Ohio State. And he says, I am so happy for and proud of Coach Tressel. As a member of the Ohio State University football team under his stewardship, I saw firsthand how great of a leader he is and how much he cares about the people and helping them become the best versions of themselves. He has always been a proud Ohioan, and I know this new platform will allow him to do great things and advance Ohio and its amazing people. This straight from one of his players who had the opportunity, not as a superstar, but as somebody who was able to learn under his tutelage as a walk-on, there on his own dime, and still to this day views it as one of the great privileges of his lifetime. And I can tell you from having met many of those people, that theme is common under people who played under Coach Tressel. Obviously, he's enabled himself to become one of the greatest leaders we've had in our state over the rest of his career as well, serving in his tenure at various higher education institutions, but obviously at Youngstown State University, turning that university into what it is today. And I suspect we will probably hear more from the senator representing Youngstown a little bit later about that. But one of the most impressive things I've seen from going up there is how highly he is respected in Youngstown. Seemingly you can't go into a restaurant without some sort of mural or photo of Jim Tressel on the wall, indicating their great respect for the man to this day and what he has done for the region. I expect that he will bring that leadership with him to the lieutenant governor's position in a manner that will make all Ohioans proud that Coach Tressel is now Lieutenant Governor Tressel. Thank you.